Hey guys, thanks for joining us again for another Yukon Tech Tip. Today we're going to be talking about probably the most crucial step in setting up a differential, and that's the break-in. The break-in process for any new ring and pinion is really similar, and it's really important if you want these gears to last you a long time and do everything that you're asking of them. So in the first couple of miles, after you've got your backlash set, you got your preload set, everything's installed correctly, the first couple of miles you're driving on this are going to be in-town speeds, 15 to 20 miles, let it cool off for about a half an hour, and then do it again. I like to just drive myself to lunch somewhere, take my time, bring it back to the shop, let it cool down again. And then the next time you go out, you're gonna do some freeway runs, and that's gonna be similar. You're gonna go about 15 miles, let it cool down about 20 minutes, and you're gonna do that for the first 45 miles or so. Every 15 miles pulling over and letting it cool down, and it seems like a headache, but it's worth it in the long run when these gears are broken in properly and last you instead of burning up and creating a bunch of noise and metal sludge inside of your diff. Another important part of that is good quality gear oil. So on initial break-ins, most time I don't recommend synthetics because they're high dollar. You're gonna throw them out after 500 miles. You don't necessarily need to spend all that money just to dump it out. Good 80W90, solid quality, and then after the 500 mile period, you're gonna dump that out and refill. On some heavier vehicles or vehicles with really big tires that are subject to a lot of abuse, I do recommend synthetics on those just because they got a higher temp rating and they don't break down as easily. They offer a little more protection. So when you're running a big heavy work truck, it's got thousands of pounds of equipment on it. You're gonna wanna run a good heavy duty synthetic gear oil like the shock load here. That's gonna keep your temps down. But you treat it the same way. Now after that's done, if you tow it all, the first time that you hook up anything heavy to this, you're gonna wanna treat it like that initial break-in. When you're towing, it adds additional pressure to the pinion and it slightly changes the position on the ring gear teeth. So you're essentially hardening a new spot on the gear. So 15 to 20 minutes in-town speeds, let it cool down, do that again. Same deal on the freeway. Long distance driving on the freeway is the killer of any gear set. As you're going down the freeway, you're constantly generating heat and it's not cooling down. That is gonna break that gear oil down. It's gonna burn up the gear surface and you're gonna lose the hardening on it. It's all gonna come apart. So towing, treat it like a new break-in, the first time in town, freeway speeds, let it cool down. Do those steps and you'll have a long, successful gear life in your vehicle. So again, thank you for joining us on a Yukon Tech Tip on setting up your differentials. Don't forget to subscribe and like.